soon as we do the opening, let me just do this opening bit, and then after that you can just play all that. Everybody's mic is going to dip out in just a second. Don't be alarmed. It's Happy Hour again from Uptown, New Orleans. Hello, I'm Grant Morris. Happy Hour is part of the family of shows on the podcast network. It's neworleans.com. When you walk into a bar in New Orleans and you pull up a bar stool, you never know who's going to be sitting on either side of you. What you do know is no matter what they look like and what they're wearing, whether they just got out of a limousine or just got out of jail, they're going to be happy to talk to you. Because that's New Orleans and this is Happy Hour, a cocktail-fueled 60 minutes of random conversation with folks who have nothing in common. Other than we're all New Orleanians in a bar today, we're at the fabulous Wayfare on Ferret Street, which, if you don't know it by now, Wayfare is the home of the fabulous Frosé, which is a perfect summer drink. Made of a frozen, it's a frozen cocktail, I see, made with dry rosé, vodka, Saint-Germain, Peychaud's bitters, lemon juice, and a house-made strawberry basil syrup. Who could ask for anything more on a hot day like this? Andrew Duhon, you made it perfectly on time.
Just in time.
How are you today?
Great, man. How are
2
you?
weeks in a row. I'm fabulous. It's good to see you. We've also got a star-studded lineup here. June Yamagishi is here, world-famous, fabulous guitar player. Would you say New Orleans' greatest guitar player, Erica Falls?
Yes.
I knew you would say that. Erica Falls is here, New Orleans' most fabulous. What would you describe yourself as, the queen of neo-soul?
Well, that title was kind of given to me. I'm a little shy of that title. I'm just a NOLA girl. That's all.
Who gave you the title Queen of Neo-Soul?
There was a lady named Dahlia Chewbacca who did an article. She wrote an article, and that's what the title of the article was that.
Queen of Neo-Soul, and it sort of stuck.
Yeah.
I like it.
Thank you.
It's pretty accurate. Are you still with Galactic?
Yes, this is my last year with the boys.
The last year?
Yes.
Why, did you quit or they fired you or what happened?
No, we all love each other.
Why are you quitting?
Because I'm going to do my own thing and travel the world doing my original music. So it's time for me to...
You don't want those guys like an albatross around your neck anymore. Those
They're
Galactic
never that.
people. It's been a really great partnership, I have to say.
An amazing one. Yeah.
How long have you been singing with them for?
September will make 5 years.
5 years? Wow.
Yes.
What are they going to do without you, actually? Are they looking for a singer, or is it open season?
I think they have someone in place. I'm not sure who, but they're working on it.
They didn't tell you who it's going to be?
Hey,
Well, you're not allowed to say that.
it's their business.
Really? It's that secretive.
No, actually, I'm not quite sure who it is. And, I've been so busy, and, we never really talk about it. We just enjoy each other when we're around each other.
Yeah. And how many gigs a year are you doing with them?
Oh, at least 150 to 175, 200 maybe.
Now, what are you going to do with yourself when you're off the road?
I'm still going to be doing the same thing with myself, out on the road touring with my own band.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. June, how come we can't hear you playing here? That's it? Do we have is there a mic on that amp somewhere?
Sure is.
Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, you're welcome
I didn't time on the phone.
You're welcome to play as much as you want. Okay, I know you love to do that. Yeah, you help yourself. And look who's here as well. Jonathan Andry is here. How are you, Jonathan?
I'm doing very well.
You have to talk into that microphone.
Talk closer to the mic.
Yeah,
okay.
it's really pretty uncomfortable here. So what I love about you already is that you've brought us this stuff. First of all, I see you're on the cover of some sort of marijuana magazine.
Yes.
So I'm already predisposed to love you right off the bat.
I never would have believed.
Good man.
I was a lawyer my whole life, and then now I have a product on the cover of Marijuana Venture magazine.
You've been a lawyer your whole life, and now you're a pot salesperson.
Right.
Is pot totally legal, or this is not
Well,
actually
it's not really
pot?
a pot. No, it's not pot. We're CBD salesmen.
Well, this is marijuana
It's marijuana.
venture.
They all kind of included in the same thing.
So marijuana is not exactly marijuana if you're done enough
you
law.
have hemp and you have CBD, and they're different kind of variants. It's like a white
But this
oak
doesn't-
and a water oak tree.
This doesn't say hemp venture.
No,
this
I
says
understand.
marijuana.
I know it makes me a bigger hit at cocktail parties now.
So what is it saying about, why are you in this magazine? What does it say about
Because
it?
I
What page are you
have
on?
been in the CBD business forever.
Oh, look,
and-
this stuff here.
Right, it's on the cover, and I formulated CBD-Tox.
See, that right there, I have to pull you up. I'm not a lawyer myself, but luckily, Melissa Schutz Lilly here is a lawyer as well, aren't
she
you?
is.
I am a lawyer, although I don't practice anymore.
You're a non-practicing
Yes,
lawyer.
I'm a
Okay.
non-practicing lawyer, so I got out of it, just like you. Yeah.
Well, you're not, but you're still a lawyer, John, right?
Yes, but I'm trying my best to get out of it. I'll have to talk to her and find out how to do that.
Yeah.
But Melissa, what do you do? So you're you're like a financial analyst or
I'm a financial
consultant?
advisor, and
Advisor.
my background's actually in estate planning law. So I use my estate planning experience to help people plan their intergenerational wealth transfers.
Estate planning is a euphemistic term for debt.
Yes,
People.
that's true. And a lot of people don't want to talk about dying, but it's really important, especially when you have money. If you have a lot of money, there's
Everything's important when you have money.
That's true. I
That's
guess.
the difference between
Yeah,
them and the
you
rest
can
of us.
you can have to pay a lot of tax if you owe a lot of money. As much as 40% of your estate can go to federal taxes if you have over a certain amount. So
After you've paid tax on it already while you're alive.
exactly. It's
Hasn't
sort
Trump
of like a
fixed
double-
that by now?
He made it pretty high. So you have to, a married couple has to have about over 20 million to actually hit the tax, but it can be pretty harsh when you have a lot of money.
If you have over 20 million and you die, you have to give 40% of it away. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, unless you do planning. There's ways
And
to
that's
do
what
tax
it's what
planning.
your job is, dealing with people who have over $20 million
Hopefully.
net worth.
That's what I'm hoping for. Yeah,
How
that's
do you
what I'm
meet?
searching
How do you
for.
meet these people?
Going out and
Doing stuff like
social
happy hour.
Yeah, doing stuff like happy hour. Meeting
Okay.
as many people as I can. Possibly.
What's your net worth, Erica? Do you have any idea?
Nowhere near 20 million, that's for sure.
Well, I
I'm
wouldn't-
working on it though.
all you need is one hit.
That's it.
Once you get rid of those Galactic guys, and you can play your own stuff. Are you writing your own stuff?
I am writing and co-writing with some amazing people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a chance that you could get to 20 million before too long. June, do you
Yeah.
have a lot of money? Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. Anywhere near 20 million? What is
Just this.
just the guitar? How much is that worth?
It's a nice guitar.
This is 1968.
1968.
Yeah.
What is it?
Must be,
Gibson.
yeah, over 5,000.
It's a $5,000.
More than that.
Well, Melissa's not interested in you at all, then, because
I am
that's of
actually
no
very.
significance other than you're a great guitar player. But you don't have.
And I've seen you both on stage before. So, fabulous.
That's a pretty interesting gig you've got, hanging out with the super wealthy.
Yeah, I mean, we're really, the place to focus to is business owners. So maybe, if this deal kicks off, you can come back to
Oh,
me
no
next.
doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we start selling CBD-Tox, I'll come see you.
So,
Yeah.
is there a chance that you could be super wealthy out of this thing?
I hope. I hope.
It could be that
No,
big.
it really could be. I think it could be. Because I
Okay.
think it's a wonderful remedy, for lack of a better word,
So
for hangovers.
this is called CBD-Tox,
Correct.
and it's a detoxification from hangovers.
Well, it's a remedy more than a detox, because it does more than just detoxify.
Okay, so I wake up in the morning and I've got a terrible hangover. I saw this on your website. It's, who came up with all this language on your website? It's
Well, a lot of it is just kind of
pretty
millennial.
good.
It's a lot of it kind of comes from my daughters, who are all millennials in that age group.
Right. So your daughters are involved in this.
Yes, they were involved
CBD
in the
business.
testing.
The testing.
Yes, they were involved in the testing. They were my focus group and my kind of guinea pigs, I guess you'd use.
So you like to get your daughters totally drunk and then
Well, I
wake
did.
up in the
I
morning
did.
and
No, I did.
give 'em
I,
the
I
deep-
got their friends to go out, and I told them they needed to drink vodka, beer, and champagne all
wine,
at the same
yeah.
time, so they got nice and hungover. And I said,
Did
I'll
you pay for it?
I paid for it all, but I told them the worst thing you have to lose is that you just really hungover, and that's not the end of the world. But you get to have a fun night out before.
okay. And then so they wake up at your house. Did you have like a controlled experiment?
I did. But they were.
How old were these
They're
guys?
all 21-ish.
Ish.
Yeah.
Over 21,
Yeah,
though,
over
right?
20,
Correct.
Right.
Yes, as
Of
a lawyer,
course,
you have to say
of course,
that.
no doubt
Yeah.
about it.
Okay.
No doubt about it. They're
So-
all college
okay,
students, above
so-
21.
So they're drunk at your house at night, or they come home drunk. They drive home drunk.
Correct? No, they don't drive home. They get rides home.
Okay. So they wake up totally
Right.
hungover as hell,
Right?
and then are they throwing up and so on?
A few of them were, actually. But it works well with nausea, so it helped with
Okay.
that.
Okay. So this is a what? Are we allowed to open one of these?
Yes, you can open one.
Are they capsules?
It's a capsule, and it is a mixture of
Take
CBD.
this one.
Oh, look.
Take two
June,
when you
you
wake
want-
up in the morning.
So you
There.
wake up hungover and you take two of these.
That is correct.
Okay. And how long does it take before I feel okay?
15 minutes,
That's
20
it.
minutes. That's it.
Holy
It's
shit.
fast.
How did
Fast.
Okay, so this is the finished product that eventually you succeeded in experimenting on people with.
Correct.
Your own family and their girlfriends.
Right.
So what did you give them? what form was this in when it didn't work
When
initially?
we got it, initially, I got 3 versions of it, 3 iterations, and they were in plain white bottles, and they were plain white capsules, so nobody would know the difference between which version they were taking.
Okay. Except you.
Except me.
It was a test.
Right, because I knew
Was
who was
one
A,
a
who was B.
was one a placebo?
No, but we did vary the CBD with them.
Okay. So how much CBD is in each one of these
They're
capsules?
20 milligrams in each capsule.
So I need 40 milligrams of CBD.
Correct.
Okay, so if I just buy CBD oil at the store and I take 2 droppers full, which is about 40 milligrams, what's the difference between that and
This does more.
this has got more in
It's
it than
got
just...
more in it. It's
Okay,
got
what else is in it?
antioxidant. It's got acai berry in it. It's got N-acetylcysteine. It's got detoxifying agents, hydration agents, and it's got antioxidants in it.
Okay, so if we all took 2 of these right now around this table, what effects would we be feeling in 15
We'd
minutes?
feel more relaxed.
That sounds good. Let's
Should we
that.
do it?
We could do that.
All right.
We'll
Let's
take
get
2.
in there.
Okay, how
Go
much?
ahead.
How much am I paying for this pack?
That's
Not-
all right. Don't pay. It'll be a gift. It'll be like another experiment.
If I
On my
was
way
to-
to being super
if I was
wealthy
gonna
and calling
buy this-
molested, so we'll just do an experiment.
You can write this off.
Correct.
How much do I pay for this in the store?
You pay $30 for that in the store,
That's
which
not
is
bad.
$6 a dose, and that's the price point equal to most of the other hangover remedies that you buy at
Okay,
Walgreens or wherever.
that's
you buy
pretty
them.
good. Are we doing it?
Yes,
Are
let's
we
go.
in? You guys want to try it?
I gotta drive.
No,
It's not gonna
it has
make
no
us
effect
high.
on that at all.
Really, I won't get too
Nope.
relaxed.
You won't get high or anything.
Nope.
Eric, what do you?
Okay.
Well,
Nope. You in?
Maybe
Okay.
to help me with my broken
No.
leg right
Yes.
now.
Okay.
Do you know,
Let's-
is Dino? You know Dino Gangendorf?
Hey,
Yeah.
Dino is my law
Kenny,
school.
Kenny's calling.
Oh,
Kenny
well, I
Lobel.
don't get to talk to him, but
Do we need to talk to
I'll
him?
call him back. But Dino and I went to law school together. He's a good friend of mine from law school. So if they have any issues on the way home,
Sue him.
just call Dino and we'll talk.
Gotcha. Okay.
And we'll get
Okay.
straight.
All right.
Okay, let's talk about your sore leg, though, Erica. June, you want to do it?
No.
It's CBD.
No, I already did it.
You already did it before you came here.
Different kind of stuff. Okay, my doctor, I mean, my friend,
Come over here. What?
actually that called Spalim. Okay, my friend made it. So he's a sergeant. He used to be. So
Sergeant? And the
he
co-
created this kind of stuff. So he sent me.
Yeah.
So then I take it every day.
You take CBD every day?
Yeah.
You've already taken it
When I
today?
woke up, I take it. That's called.
Wow. So
yeah,
you're really
good
addicted.
for my liver. Also, any sugar.
Good for your liver. That's what they tell you.
Yeah.
Well, this is what they're saying about the CBD now. It's like snake oil. It does everything. It cures everything.
Snake oil, yeah.
Isn't it? And are you noticing any effects? Nothing.
Nothing.
Is it making you feel better, though?
Yeah.
And what were you feeling like before?
So yeah, like a blood pressure, and the sugar. So everything is cool.
Blood pressure.
Blood pressure. Okay, so it's fixed your blood pressure and it's fixed your diabetes or something?
I think so. I don't know exactly, but that's not medicine, like a supplement.
Okay.
This is too, right?
Right.
It's a supplement, right? Yeah.
Hey, what happened
That's
to all the
same
pills?
thing.
Did we take them all?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Wow.
I needed a double dose.
There's another box right there.
Okay. Did you get some?
I did. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to open another box if I want to try it then. Okay, did you take them?
Can
You
I
took
have
it.
not yet. I need a little
Down the
water.
hatch.
I need a little water.
Okay. Can we open another box?
Sure.
Okay, we can.
Since she's represented by Dino, I have
Yeah.
to say that it doesn't cure, treat, or prevent a disease.
Okay. Guys, are you trying this? Thomas and Syrup?
Sure. I mean, I don't
Come on, Syrup's too scared. I'm definitely trying it.
It will make you feel more relaxed because that's what CBD does.
I couldn't feel much more relaxed, but Asher will definitely do it. Here, Asher, take that.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm not sure how much more relaxed I can get. What time it's... Okay. So here, Andrew, are you playing us a song today?
Sure.
Okay. And I'm going to get these guys to play us 2 songs.
Great.
Okay. So we get on to that in a minute. Okay, you've taken your pills.
I've taken mine.
Graham, have you taken them? Our producer, Graham DuPont.
I feel
Jill,
like
have you
I'm
taken them?
20 again.
Are you taking them?
I feel like I'm 20 again.
Are you
At a
doing
party. Like, okay. Is anything happening to you?
It's great. Yeah. Buy the ticket, take the
Okay,
ride.
so 4:30. It's 4:14 now.
Okay.
By 4:30, if we're all asleep, who hasn't taken them? They can keep
We're really
going.
hungry.
Yeah. We're not going to get high at
If
all.
we get the munchies, I'll buy
Okay,
the
we
food.
can.
Sweet.
This is exciting.
I'll take
Did you? Take 2. Yeah, it's 40 milligrams of
yes.
CBD. I'd like to know, Syrup, pick up that microphone. Now, where's your mic? You don't have one?
Did you know that Andrew Duhon played at my wedding?
True
Yeah,
story.
we flew him all the way out to California. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So that was, I remember
great.
you went to California to do a wedding a while ago. That was it.
No, this was a long time
It was a
ago.
long
Yeah,
time
right.
ago. 6 years almost. Oh, 6 years.
You've
yeah.
been married for 6 years, and
6
you're
years.
still married.
Still
so that
married.
worked out.
Yeah, it was all
That's
convenient.
what I was there to do.
Yeah.
How
know?
cool. I can't even imagine why you would have picked Andrew to play at a wedding. I remember when this happened. I remember saying at the time, of all people,
We had seen him a bunch.
yeah, he's a
before.
brilliant
Yeah,
songwriter, but
he's
they're
great.
not what you call wedding music.
Yeah, the wedding
but
is
you
a challenge for me.
You played
Yeah.
some. You played some. Like,
Yeah, I did.
standard
Yeah.
things, and also some of his songs.
Did you do Quando, Quando, Quando?
No. Did some Jim Croce songs, some Alan Toussaint songs, that sort of thing,
It
That's
was pretty
cool.
mellow. I was also pregnant with Ellis at the time, so
Okay.
that kept it a little bit more mellow.
So,
So.
it was funny. That's a great thing to do. That's
Yeah. It's a good
It's
way
a
to
good
do
gig,
it.
yeah.
I recommend it.
Do you guys ever play weddings?
No, Galactic doesn't do any weddings. I've done weddings before I got with Galactic. There were bar
Right.
mitzvahs and bat
You did
mitzvahs
used
and
to
all
do
that
stuff.
stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so tell us about your new stuff. Then I'm going to make you play a song right now before the CBD kicks in. Okay, first of all, though, tell us about this painful injury you've got.
Well, I stayed at I visited my best friend in Atlanta, and she had guests. She has her son that was home from college, great aunt that lives there. So all of the bedrooms were taken. So I slept on an army cot for 2 nights, and I am now paying the price of sleeping on that army cot.
Dang.
Oh,
So
it was
what
painful.
do you think you did to yourself?
I just slept, woke up,
But
and
what's
it
the
was
injury? It's just
It's
bruised?
the
or-
tendon in the top part of my thigh that's become very tender, so it's affecting the way I walk a little bit.
Yeah, it is.
But I'm
You're
putting those
limping
heels
around.
on this weekend. I am wearing my heels this weekend.
Okay, but what is the chance of this CBD
Well, I was
curing
going
it,
to say
John?
that you should get, because CBD helps it's an analgesic, and it helps very well with inflammation. So you should get that, and it would help lessen the inflammation on the tendon.
I've heard about
I'm gonna take this extra box then.
There
Okay,
you are.
go ahead.
See, this is
Go
the
ahead.
funny thing about this CBD business now. I've smoked a lot of pot
Right?
over the years. Over a lot of years. I never heard one person ever, one night, day, or any time of the year, say, this is going to cure pain. Sometimes women would say it cured stomach cramps. You remember that? You smoked pot back in the day, right, Erica?
It does.
It
It
does.
works.
It
Right.
does.
That and a hot cup of tea.
Right.
Yeah.
But I never heard anyone say that pot's going to cure a headache or a sore leg or army cot injuries until the last 24
It's
months.
the CBD in the pot that's doing it.
But nobody ever claimed that pot cured pain until now.
Well,
Until the
right.
CBD mania started up.
Well, isn't that why they started giving it to cancer patients and people like that? Like that's
I
how
don't
it
know.
started originally, right? Medical
Yeah, and then
marijuana.
Is it
also helping
for
them with
pain?
I think
nausea.
it's for nausea and overall pain and
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, nausea's
Back
one thing.
pain. Yeah.
So what is it doing?
It deals primarily, the short answer is, it affects the receptors in your body that deal with your body's homeostasis. So it kind of lessens inflammation, it lessens electrical activity in the brain, and that type of reaction.
And as a lawyer, what got you interested in?
I have a doctor that I'm partners with. I mean, we have Dr.
Right.
John's Remedies, and he's the doctor, and I'm the John. And he told me we should get into the space.
You might want to rephrase that.
Well, I know, but I went to a marijuana business convention in 2016 and realized it was an industry and not a business. And so at that point in time, I came back and kind of talked to Tommy and said, I heard about this CBD stuff. Does it really do everything that they say it does? Because nothing could do that. That would be an elixir or a snake oil. And he said, no, it really does. There's literature to support it. And I said, well, I understand the literature, but does it like work? And he said, yes, it does. So I found a few people that I knew, like one lady had Lyme disease and she had really bad tremors. And so I gave her some and said, and she'd help you with your tremors. And Lois Adams has never had a tremor since then. I had Christopher Miller, who was the son of a friend of mine who had epilepsy. He'd have 2 grand mal seizures a week. And now he has about 1 a month, if that. So it helped him. And then I kind of branched out.
Okay, hang on. Stop there for a sec. Okay,
Okay.
so far you personally have
Well, I
cured
wouldn't say I cured it. Because
epilepsy
it doesn't cure.
and
No,
Lyme disease.
It helps. It doesn't cure it. What it does is it helps
ameliorate the symptoms
no,
of.
it's something like with epilepsy and Lyme disease. Those are basically called dyskinesia, which are motor function disorders that are generally related to too much electrical activity in the brain, and this kind of quells that and calms it down so that you don't have, because the tremor is a result of the brain electrical activity telling the arm to move, and that's what it does.
Is anybody besides you saying that CBD cures epilepsy?
I'm not saying it cures epilepsy.
Well, even...
I'm saying that it is...
ameliorates the symptoms.
It is good.
Graham DePonte, our producer, said...
I'm just here with a report.
Yes.
This takes way less than 15 minutes.
Okay.
Just FYI.
It's only been five.
It's only been
six.
five.
It's been 5 or
Right.
6 minutes. What
I
are
wouldn't say
you,
it cures
Graham?
it,
What are
but-
you feeling? Well, you're
I
drinking
feel
it.
really good.
You feel
See?
good.
I
Okay.
feel super happy.
And what are you drinking? What is that drink?
I always drink this. It's rye. Like,
It's just rye whiskey. So we know that rye whiskey and CBD is a good combo.
Maybe it's a combination, but I'm feeling very
Feeling good. Okay. Well, things good. Okay. So back to Erica. Sorry about that. So what sort of stuff are you writing and going to play now? That you're-
Right now, or that I'm working on?
Well, both.
Well, I'm working on some new material. I've been writing with Boyfriend, and also I've been writing with Mike Bass, bass player for Trombone Shorty, and also myself. I got some collabs coming up with Charlie Tuna and Lyrics Born. So I'm really excited about the new stuff. And,
That sounds
it's just helping to really define my sound, my brand, Vintage Soul, and just a little bit more of who I am as an artist. So I'm really
Vintage
excited
soul.
about it.
That's what you. So you call yourself Vintage Soul.
Yeah, Nola girl, Vintage Soul.
Okay, I'm going to write that down too because that is good. Okay, so but what do you?
I got a question. Is Boyfriend as good of a songwriter as they say she is?
She is.
Is Boyfriend as good of a
Yeah.
songwriter as they say
She
she is?
is, yeah. Great songwriter.
Oh, we've had her on the show. She's actually sat in for me and hosted the show.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's cool. She's
Yeah.
very cool. I thought she'd moved to Los Angeles, or is that what she just told me that?
I'm not sure. I haven't talked to her since our last writing session, but she's been here quite a lot.
Aha.
Yeah.
We need to drag her back on here. Okay, so what are you going to play now? Are you playing something of your new stuff or old stuff?
No, still working on the new stuff because
Okay.
I'm still in the lab with that. But
Okay. Well, Andrew comes here every week and plays a new song that he hasn't finished.
Oh.
So you could feel free to try out a song on us if you want to.
It's safe here.
Yeah, because no one's listening.
we're not ready. We
only
haven't rehearsed that
We only
yet.
have 3 people listening to the show. Andrew's mom, C-Rock's mom, and then sometimes one other person will listen.
Yeah.
But you haven't got that rehearsed, okay.
Not that yet.
Okay, so what do you want to play now?
We're going to do a tune from my latest project called Homegrown, and it's entitled All Right.
All right.
Verse. Love came and stole my heart and took it away. Will it take care of it? I thought, or just throw it away. But I'm so caught up, leading role in the play. Is it the right role with the right plot? Don't want love to crush my heart. I wanna know it's gonna be alright, 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 alright. Alright, 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 alright. Alright, 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 alright. Ooh, it's gonna be alright. Such is life with its funky changes, can turn your world around. babe, you've got me. We gon' hold it down through thick and thin. Yeah, boy, constant prayer for this love to win. Loving you in all your spaces. Love is strong, ain't no faking. Makes me feel in my heart it's gonna be alright, 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 alright. Said I need to know. It's gonna be alright. Oh, thank you.
Erica Falls and June Yamagishi. It's hard to believe anyone can just sit there and do that, isn't it?
That's beautiful, yeah.
That's amazing.
It's amazing.
What do you think?
I think your voice is just absolutely beautiful. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Do you,
Thank you.
well, were you almost free? Well, you're already married. I was going to say you could do a wedding. Too late.
I don't need a wedding.
Renewal of vows?
Yes.
You know?
It's a good idea.
Uh-huh.
Okay, listen here. First of all, I forgot to tell you about my pen, everybody. Take a look at my pen. This is a pen that's made from a fallen Audubon Park live oak tree. It's one of thousands that you can buy one at noelthepens.com. Try it out, Erica. And then I'm also going to tell you something else. But we're going to be right back after this short message. I'm going to come back and talk about the effects of CBD. It's going to be 15 minutes exactly since we took it.
How's everybody doing?
And we also have to talk about volleyball. We'll be right back
She was
after
singing
this.
very well. I point that out. You have to note that.
And we are back here on Happy Hour with Melissa Schutz Lilly, John Andry. Is that right, Andry?
Yes.
See, the stuff is kicking in now. Andrew Duhon, Erica Falls, and June Yamagishi. And I wanted to talk about volleyball. Because normally on most of these shows, hey, look, who's calling now?
Brand, it's my web guys.
Brandish.
Brandon.
His name is
No,
Brandish?
his name is Brent Bamberger, but I have him as Brandish, so I know who he is.
His real name is Britt Bramberger.
Yes, he's Brent. But that's, I have his company. When I first got his number, I just put him down as Brandish.
Brandish, okay. All right, so what does he want?
He probably wants to talk to me about the web page and the changes that we're making to it.
Well, I see. Why are you making changes?
Because we're refining it.
Okay.
It's like having a storefront with a web page, and you constantly have to refine it and optimize it for search engines, etc.
Oh, okay. So what do you think of the pen, Erica? Pretty cool, isn't
Very
it?
nice. I love
You
it.
could write a song with that, right?
I can.
It's really a cool pen.
I know.
It's
I love the
actually
weight of
made
it,
from
too.
a fallen oak from Audubon Park.
And I have a huge oak tree on my front lawn.
Hey.
So that's awesome.
Maybe you can make your own then.
I know, right?
You can
make
make
a lot
some
of
pens.
Be out there like
Check out noelthepens.com.
chopping
and
down
see.
trees.
Okay, so it's now how many minutes is it? 14 minutes. How are you feeling, Andrew? Any report? Any different?
Yeah, I'm feeling something.
Okay.
What do you feel?
I can't tell.
Yeah. I just I had my usual Buffalo Trace here, and I
Right.
I
That
don't
might
think
have helped amplify it.
Right.
See, last time I did this,
Yeah.
I did one of these experimental CBD things,
Right.
and I sat down, and then I got up to leave, thinking there was nothing wrong with me, and then I walked down a hallway, and I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa, shit.
Let me ask this question. I've heard about full spectrum CBD. What does that mean?
I'll tell you the difference.
Yeah.
They have full spectrum, and then they have isolate, and then they're making what they call a distillate now. Isolate is where they extract just the CBD and the CBD by itself. It has no THC, no terpenes, no flavonoids, nothing else but CBD.
Okay.
The distillate has the terpenes, the flavonoids, everything but the THC, and then full spectrum is everything with So it's all of the chemicals with just a little bit of THC, less than 0.3%. So what
that'll
you
get
wind
you
up
high.
with, yes, it doesn't get you high, it just gets you, I mean, because the CBD, when you're talking about 30 milliliters or a very small sample, like a 30
Right.
milliliter is the tincture bottle or the capsule, there's really not enough in there to get you high, even if you drank the whole bottle.
Yeah.
Because it less than 0.3% of the mixture, you're talking about less than like parts per million.
So there's not THC even in the full spectrum.
Well, no. Technically, yes. Scientifically, yes. But
So it's
reality
the same,
is not
it's
enough.
the same as non-alcoholic beer. There's actually trace elements of alcohol, but
Right.
not enough that you would.
Right.
So it's the same principle.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Are you a pot smoker?
No. No. I have, but I'm not.
You're not a regular pot
No.
smoker. Okay, just
No.
checking.
No.
Okay, so
It's the lawyer thing.
you're not allowed to say that.
Right.
That even if you are, because
Well,
it's illegal in
Well,
Louisiana. but,
and
it's,
I think my kids are listening to this.
but it's legal in 17 states plus the whole nation of
No, I
Canada,
understand.
so
It's getting there. It's getting there. And the
You can
fact that
smoke
it's
it in
not
some
legal
states, you
everywhere
can say
is
that.
ridiculous.
it is.
What's most interesting is it was labeled as a Schedule 1 in 72 because Hale Boggs and Richard Nixon didn't know what to do with it when they developed the Controlled Substance Act. So Nixon appointed Mark Schaefer and others to study
Geez, you know a
marijuana
lot
and to
about it.
find out where they should put it on the schedule. And Schaefer came back and said, we shouldn't put it anywhere. And Nixon said, that's not really the answer I want. And he just kind of put them over. But it's the 72 Schaefer report, so if you Google it, it's there. And it shouldn't be listed at all.
Well, a Schedule 1 drug means that it's addictive and it has no medical properties whatsoever.
Right, but it started as a Schedule 1 because
That's what it
Hale
still is
Boggs was-
federally.
right, because they've
Right.
never moved it.
Right. Okay. So, talking about volleyball,
Oh yeah,
because
volleyball.
we usually talk about volleyball. Is there something wrong with my headphones here? So it says here in my little piece of information that I have about you, Melissa, is that you grew up in Orange County, California, which is why you got married there, I suppose.
Yes, that's true.
What part of Orange County? Are you near Disneyland?
About 30 minutes away from Disney.
How often did you go to Disneyland?
My mom would take us about once a year when it was raining
When it
and
was
not
raining?
crowded. Yeah,
Smart.
That was at a good time to go because it's not crowded.
yeah, it was great.
Really?
Yeah.
So you only went to Disneyland in the rain?
Yes.
That's
nice.
got to be a rock song,
That's a
doesn't
song
it?
right
yeah.
there, yeah.
Disneyland in the rain. I like the sound of that. Okay, and then you went, it says here, you went to the University of Colorado, Boulder, on a volleyball scholarship.
Yeah, I played volleyball there for 4 years.
What did you think of that?
It was fun. It was, it's a different college experience. It's definitely like a job. You have a lot. It's a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
You have to.
You have to travel and you play, multiple games a week, and you're still trying to go to school and do all your studying and everything. But
Did you
it
wear
was
those
fun.
little skimpy outfits?
Yeah.
Like a bikini?
No, not a bikini. I played indoor volleyball, not beach volleyball.
Oh, is there a difference? There's a difference.
Yeah, there's a difference. Yeah.
What do
You
you-
don't wear bikinis indoors.
What do they wear for indoor volleyball?
Just little shorts and
Still
shirts,
little
yeah.
tiny skimpy outfits?
Yeah, pretty small.
What do you think is up with that? Why do they make
I don't know.
volleyball
It's
women
kinda weird.
volleyball?
It is kinda weird.
It is kind of weird.
Yeah, but people watch. right?
Yeah.
Imagine that.
It's a strange thing for an Olympic sport to see these people
Yeah.
on the sand in little tiny, tiny skimpy outfits. I mean, why
Well,
couldn't they wear shorts
maybe-
and a t-shirt?
Maybe in the sand, you want less clothes for sand to get under.
I think it's probably just traditional too. That's how
Yeah.
it's always
Yeah,
been.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's
Why
from
couldn't you
California
wear shorts
on
and
the
a
beach.
t-shirt, though?
You could if you wanted.
Right,
And
but they
I think
don't.
if it's cold, they wear long pants and. Like I remember the London Olympics. It was cold and they had on long
Right.
tights.
What did people think of you as a volleyball? Because you ended up being obviously successful and smart and a lawyer and now a financial advisor, so you had something going on for you. But were you looked down on as because you were on the volleyball team? That seems like a
No, I
Sort
think
of a
people.
strange-
I think if people liked it, I mean, it was kind of exciting. You had, my team, all the girls on it had scholarships, and we had some special treatment. We had meals provided with all the athletes. We got to hang out with the football players and the basketball players and the track athletes, and
so being a
that was
volleyball
pretty
player
cool.
was cool.
It was cool. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's
It was
interesting.
fun. It was fun.
All right.
I liked it. I
okay,
enjoyed
so
it.
how are you feeling after your 40 milligrams of?
I definitely feel different.
Me too.
For
I feel
sure.
slightly
I feel a little different.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I would say high would be a good word for
Yeah,
it.
I think I might feel a little bit like that too.
I could be blindfolded in a van right now.
I'm Erica, what are you feeling?
I'm feeling quite relaxed right now. Yeah.
Would you say you're feeling high?
Quite. I don't know. I don't want to say high, but I do feel good.
Okay.
Elevated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now what about your pain in your hip?
I'll know that when I stand up.
Right.
Okay, try it. Try
give it a
standing
shot.
up.
Now?
Take your headphones
let's
off,
see,
otherwise
let's
it's going to be a
see.
terrible
Drum
accident.
roll, please.
Let's see.
Now, this will be amazing if you... Okay, Erica's standing up.
Still a little,
She's
little tenderness.
Okay, but is it any improvement at all?
I can't say quite right
Not
now.
exactly.
Not
Okay.
exactly right
I
now.
don't think it
All
would
right.
help.
You weren't expecting it.
minutes.
15 minutes won't do it. How long do we have to wait for?
I don't know. It depends on how bad the inflammation is or the injury is. She probably.
Well, 2 nights on an army cot, so that'd be...
that might be long term.
You know when you go to the doctor and they have...
long term.
It's chronic. It could be a chronic problem.
Right.
You know when they go to the doctor and they have that pain chart with a little smiley face on one end and there's a little horrible grimace on the other?
Yeah.
From 1 to 10, what level pain are you at?
Right now, maybe about a 6.
6? Oh, that's not good at all.
What was it when you walked in?
It was quite painful. So walking in, I may have been about an 8. But right now, standing up,
So we're
it
getting
felt like a 6.
25%.
Results.
25%.
Yeah.
So you should-
Excellent.
But after taking it, you should feel very relaxed, but not high like you would feel if you got stoned. But there's no THC in it, so you can't be
So if I
psychoactive.
thought that I was high, then it's psychological. So what are you saying?
Yeah.
Right, it might be like a flashback.
Okay,
To like-
Andrew,
to last week.
are you up for playing a song?
Yeah, I'll play you a song.
Okay.
Give me a minute.
You're not too high?
We'll
All
find
right.
out, won't we?
Okay.
He's
We'll
very
know in a
relaxed.
minute.
Okay, so Melissa, tell us what happens. So you go to a party, say. Is this
Yeah.
how it works? And you see someone who looks wealthy? Do you ask them, do they have a will? Or how?
No, I mean that is a lot how we start the conversation is by talking if people have a will or an estate plan we call it, and the conversation moves from there. A lot of times we're targeting people who have been successful business owners and are looking to sell. So statistically, there's a lot of business owners who are baby boomers and who are at some point either going to need to transition their business to their kids or sell it for a big sum of money, hopefully.
Given that their kids aren't drunk or hungover.
Yeah, I mean, and sometimes their kids don't want their kids to be involved, or their kids aren't interested in it. So those are the people that we target.
When you say-
Entrepreneurs, owners
okay.
and entrepreneurs of businesses.
When you say target, how do you actually find these people for real?
Well, I mean, so I've been doing this for about a year, and that's really what I'm starting, what I'm doing is trying to figure out the best way to target people. Sometimes it's just calling on businesses. Sometimes it's, getting involved with social events or being involved with, some nonprofits.
So-
you might rub shoulders with the right people. So referrals eventually,
I
getting in
looked-
front of the right people.
I looked on LinkedIn
Yeah.
before I came here. It says before this, you were the senior vice president and senior wealth advisor at Iberia Bank.
Yes, I did. I
So
was
you're
at
like a
Iberia Bank.
hardcore finance person.
I was at Iberia Bank for about 7 years before.
As a
So
senior vice president, that's like a big deal.
That was in my department, so it wasn't over the whole bank. It was over the wealth management group.
Right,
Uh-huh.
which is pretty significant too,
yeah,
I would
it was
think.
pretty significant. Uh-huh.
So you must be making a bit of money as well.
I'm hoping to someday.
And what plan have you got? Can you make a lot of money doing this job? Is it
You can.
Is it commission?
It is commission.
It's commission.
It's commission.
So as
I
they
think
drop dead, these people.
I think in the only ways you really make money are owning a business and working in sales. Unfortunately,
Sales is the only way to.
Yeah.
I agree.
So that's basically
Yeah.
what I am.
Or
at
if
the end
you
of the day.
if you invent something
Or
like
if
a
you
product,
invent something, yeah, like a
Like
product.
CBD,
Being an
like this
entrepreneur.
stuff, yeah.
Being an entrepreneur.
yeah, something that you don't have to actually be at work.
Right.
It's just making itself and going out on shelves. That's the only way to make any money.
I agree.
Or being a rock star.
Yeah, well, that's true. Well, that's the same thing though. You make the song once, and it sells 1,000 or 1,000,000 or 10 million times, and you're making money each time. Although these days, I don't know if you are actually.
Well, it kind of depends. You don't get much from the live streaming, the streaming sites
Right.
like Spotify. You don't
Do
get much
you
from
get
that.
royalties from things like that if people are playing your music?
Oh, I may get mine $1, $2. That's it.
But that's $2 every like 1,000 plays or something,
Or more.
or more.
Oh, really?
I think I think the royalty rate is something like 0.016 pennies a spin or something now.
Yes.
So you have to have like 1,000 people play your song one time to make a penny almost. Is that
Pretty
right?
much, yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
It is. Which,
So how are you going to get to $20 million to need Melissa's?
You know, multiple streams of income, I guess. With
Right.
music, you know, I've started a dessert business. So,
Have
know,
you?
That.
Are you serious?
Did you bring
I
samples?
have.
Come on.
No, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Well, after we've had this CBD, suddenly I feel like
I
dessert. I
you
don't know why.
I forgot. I should have. I've been dealing with the leg all day. But
Right.
What sort of desserts are you making?
So it's my grandmother's recipe of bread pudding.
Ooh.
And so what I do, I make individual cupcake-sized bread puddings. And it's really nice for parties and weddings. And I do some a little smaller in the shape of flowers, like pedophores for, bridal showers, birthday parties, and stuff like that. So it's in Vino Volo in the airport, Concourse C. It's on their dessert menu. It's the #1 selling dessert right now. So when I'm done with the Galactic running with them, I'll have more time to devote because I want to, spread my wings a little bit more with that as well.
What are you topping?
Concourse C, do you have to fly to go have something?
Yeah, so I'm working on getting some now in the city because everyone wants, to try it. It's getting great reviews, so I'm working on some places here in the city.
Well, I saw Sucre went out of business, so maybe you
Hey,
can take over.
I know, right?
Great idea. Get that space.
I need 20 million first, it seems, though.
What were you going to say?
Oh, right. So are you doing like a white chocolate sauce on top, or what's happening?
No, the sauce I make is with cognac.
Ooh.
Okay.
And it's really good. Yes, and I have my little secret that I put in there to
course.
make it nice. So yeah,
CBD. So when you buy that,
help.
you have to get it heated up, right? You don't eat it cold.
You can. It depends on how you like it, but I like it warm because
Right.
it makes this little really good candy crunch, like all the way around. So normally when you cook a pan of bread pudding, everyone fights for the corner because that's where the crunchy goodness is. Well, with this, you get it all the way around, and it's really good. And you can pop it in a toaster oven, and it gets crispy again. And you pour the sauce over it. And
Have you guys ever
Yeah.
made bread pudding? Melissa, you ever make bread pudding?
I've never made bread pudding, actually.
I've never
Jonathan?
made it.
Andrew, have you ever made it?
Yes.
You have?
Uh-huh.
Where did you get the recipe from?
Well, I probably pull it off online. I didn't love my bread pudding, but there used to be a cafe around where I grew up in Metairie that made an incredible white chocolate bread pudding, but they are no more. But that's still
That white chocolate bread pudding
something
is good.
special to me.
Palace
I like
Cafe
that too.
has the
Palace
best
Cafe
stuff.
used to-
Unbelievable.
You could buy that at Jazz Fest as well. I don't know
That's
if they
right.
still can. So what's yours called then, Erica?
well, the name of the company is called Henny Sweets. HEN_E Sweets. Hen is for my dad. His name is Henry. E is
period.
for me, and sweets. And
Hen
all of my
E.
desserts. I have the bread pudding. I'm incorporating 2 new ones: coconut pralines and adult popsicles. Made with fresh squeezed lemonade, organic
That's a
lemons,
good
muddled
idea.
strawberries, and blackberries, and pear vodka, and all that good stuff. So,
Especially
Some
in
of
the
that.
summer in New Orleans. Yeah.
I need some of that.
Yeah.
I'm a big popsicle fan.
I love popsicles. Yeah.
I might like yours more, I think.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to get you some.
I get relaxed after I eat a few.
Where can we buy the adult popsicles?
It's still in the lab. These are the 2
Oh,
new
okay.
ones that I'm
Oh,
introducing.
that's what you're working on.
Yeah, I'm
So
expanding.
you're writing songs with boyfriend.
Yes.
You're making popsicles at home in
Yes.
the freezer.
Yeah.
And you're working on, besides the bread pudding, what's the other one?
Coconut praline.
Coconut pralines.
Yeah.
Wow.
See, you're an entrepreneur. You're
I
doing it all.
am.
Sounds like you could use a personal
I know.
banker
I'm
and
like
wealth
a
management
this
advisor.
girl over here. Keep my eye on you, lady.
all right.
I think what we need to do is when you start selling the adult popsicles, let me know, and I'll just put a coupon for the CBD-Tox in with it.
There you go.
And so that way, after they have the adult popsicles,
They can do
take
this.
that.
There you go.
Do we
Kind
get
of a
some,
natural
do we get
deal.
some sort
Networking
sort
here.
of
Networking.
a broker fee here for making this?
Well, it's
Melissa?
actually, she gets the broker fee.
All right, Melissa collects. Andrew, what are you going to play?
Play you something new.
Okay.
Here's a clever little ditty. Oh, easy money, it ain't hard to find. Comes in a hurry, then it leaves you dry. But I don't trust nothing that easy coming off. Easy money, it's easy come, it's easy go. My traveling buddy met his wife on tour. Just said hello and then he was out the door. 6 months they was married, but then things got so. First sign of trouble, well, she ain't his wife no more, no. Nah, easy money, it ain't hard to find. Comes in a hurry, yeah, and then it leaves you dry. I don't trust nothing that easy coming, no, nah, easy money, it's easy come, it's easy go, yeah. Friends come and go, and lessons learned. Ain't nothing more precious than a love hard earned. No. Easy money, it's easy to find. It comes in a hurry, and then it leaves you dry. So I don't trust nothing that easy coming, no, no, it's easy money, it's easy come, it's easy go, easy come, easy come, easy go. Thanks, y'all.
Okay. Erica, what'd you think of that?
That was awesome.
June?
Thanks, Erica.
Good, yes.
Thanks, y'all.
How'd you like it? Is it
Yeah,
just...
it feels like a margarine commercial song.
What makes you think that?
It's just cute, you know, it's cute.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah.
It sounded like you need the bridge between the B section and the return to the
Yeah,
verse.
it's short, yeah, and then the little
finished.
bridge is kind of half thought. But,
Yeah, but it's
you
on
know,
the way.
It's just, yeah, it's
I
new
liked
for
it.
you.
What did you think, Melissa?
I liked it. I like Andrew.
You're a
a
big
lot.
Andrew Duhon
Yeah.
fan, obviously. You played at your wedding, so you know.
Yeah.
You're predisposed to
Okay,
like
here's
it.
a valid critique on that song. It's like, I like the like Nashville quip that a good song's got to cost you something. You know, it's like a pound of flesh sort of song, and I feel like that one doesn't cost enough. You know what I mean? It's just clever, but it's not true enough.
You don't think... You think it's just like an easy...
Yeah.
Cheap.
Yeah, it's
Like a
well,
cheap-
it's just like, or they also say like a good song is clever or true. You know, like you can either be honest and like it costs you something, or it's just clever, and it's true enough, but it just feels cute to me.
It
So,
needs one more like twist at the end.
yeah, or like
for it to like a payoff.
like another
of some
piece of
sort.
truth. Yeah, maybe
yeah.
the bridge is just truthy as heck. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe I go there. Yeah.
That might work. Jonathan, you ever written a song?
No, I'm envious. 'Cause
You want to take some CBD and write one?
you know what I mean? It's been a lot.
I think.
I'll try.
What do you think, Erica? Do you I mean, in your experience with CBD, do you think it could aid or hinder in songwriting?
Well, it depends if the person is a veteran or a lightweight. Because if you're a lightweight, you're going out.
In the CBD or the songwriting?
Both.
Well, June's on CBD right now. He's on it all day, every day.
He's great.
It seems
He's
to be
a veteran.
working
He's
out
good.
for you.
Yeah.
What's the legal thing about traveling around the world, June? Because you travel all over the place, right?
Yeah.
Can you take CBD everywhere with you then?
Yeah, I can do that.
It's legal everywhere.
Haven't got busted yet.
Yeah.
Where have you been lately, actually?
I'm you know,
You're mostly here?
no, not much traveling.
Really? Mostly here?
Yeah, mostly.
Right. Okay. Well, the good news is that no one's died in the musical community for a whole week now.
Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh.
We sure have lost a lot of people.
Yes, we have.
It's been crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I-
That was my birthday.
Yes, we lost Dr. John.
Dr. John died on your birthday?
Yes.
Oh,
Right
wow.
on my birthday. I never forget.
Wow, that's... No, you
I'm
won't.
66 years old.
You don't look a day over 65. When was your birthday?
Yeah,
Just 2 weeks ago.
Johnny B told me, are you 29? Yes, I am.
You do look pretty good for a guy who's played rock and roll his whole life.
So, that morning I opened up the Facebook, RIP, Dr. John. I said, what?
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's crazy. And the next week, Spencer
Yeah, Spencer
Spencer
Bourne
Bourne.
died last week.
and Buck.
Your little buck
Little
Senegal
buck,
died,
yeah.
3 in a row. Well, maybe it'll stop at
And,
3.
well, don't forget Leah Chase, though.
Leah
Even though she was
Chase,
a
it's
musician,
true.
she was still important.
Right.
Yeah, because you know,
Yeah.
first
Well,
time,
everybody who dies is important. but,
first
you know,
time I met
hey, who's-
Spencer, he, you know, in Japan, he came out with John Mooney.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that
Strangely
was
enough, John Mooney's still alive.
1980. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mooney's still fine.
Yeah.
So
He's a hard-living guy.
Then Little Buck, I was playing with him. That was when I just right after I was moved down here.
You played with Little Buck Senegal as well?
with a Rockin' Doopsie.
With Rock and Dupes. Wow. That must have been an interesting transition from your life in Japan to moving to...
And I also got
Louisiana.
the story about the Dr.John.
Yeah.
So in early 80s, he came to the Japan, so the promoter introduced me. And Mac told me, yeah, man, I heard that the New Yorker, if you go to Japan, you have to see June Yamagishi. Do you know him? That could be me.
Did he still call you that your whole life?
June Yamagishi.
That's great. That is good. Well, listen, Yamagugu. Hey,
Yeah.
listen, look who's calling. Mama.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The creator of the
Yes.
bread pudding.
Yes.
Does she get royalties every time you sell
No,
it?
not my grandmother is the creator. My dad's
Ah,
mother.
okay.
This is my mama.
This is your mother?
Yeah, yeah.
What does she want? Anything important?
Just checking on
Don't
our
worry
baby
about
girl.
it.
I'll call her
See
back.
how your leg's
Yeah,
doing?
yeah.
Okay, well, we'll make you stand up after this and see.
Yes.
Okay, you want to do another song for us, guys?
Sure.
What are you thinking of doing?
I'm going to do a tune that was written by Alan Toussaint and sung by Irma Thomas. It's called Old Records. It's so good. Listen to old records. Thinking about you. Oh, yes, it is. It's so nice riding through the park slightly after dark. Yeah. Thinking about you. You see, I was flirting with a hurting. Now I'm certain you did the right thing, leaving me. But at least when you left so many sweet memories. Oh, yes, you did. Just like old man a river, I keep right on rolling. It will never be the same without you. Nighttime finds me counting diamonds in the sky. Then I turn on the stereo with the volume intimately low. It's so good. Listen to old records, thinking about you. Oh, yes, it is. It's so nice, chilling, drinking a glass of wine. Hey, thinking about you. Thank you.
That's got the real Alan Toussaint feel, doesn't
Oh,
it?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautifully played as well. June, of course. Gorgeous. Do you play that much out?
Oh, yeah.
That's
It's always in
play
the
all the
set.
time?
Yeah.
It's cool. Okay, how are you feeling now? Any different?
I'm feeling quite
Winding
good.
down. I think so too.
Yeah,
Everybody?
yeah.
Melissa, what's your take on the CBD situation here?
I like it. I actually wasn't feeling that great today, and it's made me feel better. So, yeah.
Do you actually feel better, or you just feel like you don't give a shit about it?
No, I think I feel better. Like, my stomach hurt a little bit before I came in here today, and I think it feels a lot better.
Okay. You think that was an actual physical ailment or just psychological pain?
No,
Anxiety.
I think so. My daughter was sick last night, and I think we both might have eaten something a little funny, and so I think all today I was feeling a little off. And
Well, this is a good test because she didn't take the CBD
she did
and
not
she's
take
sitting
the
right over
CBD,
here. So,
yeah.
so,
She's pretty happy over there, though.
so tell us just before we get out of here about the other product you've got, Dr. John's.
We have Dr.
Which,
John's.
first of all, Dr. John, luckily for you, can't sue you now.
Right.
Had you thought about that?
Well, we did, and we looked at it, but he was in a distinctly different environment in the music business, and we weren't anywhere close to the music business, and a lot of
Are
his
you
marks and
kidding?
stuff
Really?
were much older.
Right.
Like
But he called himself the Night Tripper.
Right, but we're just Dr. John. We're not, and he did an
I know,
album
but
in
I mean, if I was
74.
him, if I was his attorney,
That was Dino, so don't want
if
to say anything
I was
bad.
Dino Genkendorf, I would have come after you.
Well, he probably would have, but you know.
Right. What does the fact that Dr. John now is not here, is it a protection against?
Well, no, it's
his
not.
estate suing
no,
you?
it's not. The estate can still sue me. What's interesting is
What did you think
in
about that?
Louisiana, they have a lot of people that say things about Dr. John, the singer, and whether it's the same deal. Except outside of Louisiana, I really haven't heard that at all.
What do you mean?
Like nobody's ever. I mean, very rarely does anybody say anything about Dr. John or there's a singer like that, or what about the guy who played the piano?
Dr. John was a huge
He was
superstar around the world, not just in
right,
Louisiana.
But that's why it goes back to there's not really any mix between any of the marks or between any of the name Dr. John's Remedies or Dr. John himself.
Yeah, maybe you take it out of context and people's mind doesn't go there, you know.
And they have if you Google Dr. John, there's a wide variety of other stuff. There's
Not to
Dr.
say
John's
you-
candies and all kind of different things.
Not to say you might lose in court, but
I would say, you'd totally lose in court.
I
Wouldn't
know
you,
with
if you?
Dino, I might really get beat up.
But did you think about that when you called it Dr. John's Remedies? Did
No,
you think maybe Dr.
actually,
John might
Dr.
come after us?
John's, our name is the product of Tommy Bond being a doctor and me being a John. And we wanted to do the combination of the names. We couldn't do Tommy John because they make underwear. And then we couldn't do, we couldn't do...
Why couldn't you do Tommy John's just because they make underwear? It's just the same as
I
Dr.
know,
John
but-
as a
but
musician. It's
it
not the
didn't
same.
sound as neat as Dr. John's does.
True.
Yeah,
But why
so-
couldn't you call it Dr. Andry's?
Well,
which is
because
your
then it was my
surname.
name.
Your name is
I know,
Andry,
but,
right?
but then they might think I'm trying to be a doctor when I'm not. So we just
Okay.
became Dr. John.
Okay, all right. Okay,
It's
so
easier that. I don't think we put that much thought into Andrew and
really,
the other stuff.
you didn't think about that too much
No.
before you went out there. Well,
Because
okay,
I've
I
always
hope they
wanted to
can't
be a
use
doctor,
this in
but I
court.
never was. It's like I've watched them
not too
sing
late.
and play, and I'm amazed because I have no creative part about me at all.
Well,
That's why people become lawyers, right?
That's right.
They don't
There's
know
no
what else to do.
Right, there's no doubt.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. But for me, I'm very analytical and all that, and so creative is amazing.
So
to me.
how is Dr. John's different from the CBD-Tox?
CBD-Tox is CBD isolate. Dr. John's is a full spectrum product.
Oh, we've just been through this already.
Dr. John's is a tincture and a capsule.
Okay.
So it's just pure CBD, like he's taking, that you would take for any variety of ailments.
Okay. So
and
now-
CBD-Tox is specifically formulated with CBD plus other stuff to attack hangovers.
We make another show here at INO Broadcasting. The people who make this show, it's called Out to Lunch, which is about business.
Yes?
And we've been inundated, I think would be the best word, with people who are making CBD. This is just in New Orleans and Louisiana alone. Never mind the rest of the whole country. We've been inundated with people who are like you, who have come up, people who are business people, who have now decided to get into the CBD and marijuana business. So how are you differentiating yourself? I mean, you've got yourself on the cover of Marijuana Venture, even though you don't smoke marijuana or take it.
But I think that kind of speaks to the differentiation.
But how are you getting out there
Well-
in the world? How are you doing this? Did you pay to get on the cover of this?
No, they featured us as one of their top 100 products of the year. And you're seeing an unbelievable explosion of people trying to sell CBD.
Yeah,
and
that's
the
what I just
hardest part
said.
about it is those people, we've been doing it since years ago. And so we've got very good oil, we've got very good product. Every one of mine is sealed when it leaves the factory. I have a lot and batch number on the bottom of all of them. I can tell you exactly what's in every bottle that we sell. Okay. And now it's like they're all jumping on the bandwagon. And the problem with that is there's a lot of stuff and bad oil and bad stuff that's now coming to the market.
Okay, that was exactly what I wanted to ask you. How do I know as a consumer what's good and what's bad?
Well, it's difficult, and I think that's why you're seeing the FDA coming out and saying we have to regulate. And that's why you're seeing Louisiana come in and say we have to regulate. And I agree with the
Well,
regulations.
what are the regulations going to do? Are they going to stop people making shitty CBD?
Well, they're going
How?
to move towards that because you're going to have to register your product as I understand the new law with Louisiana Department of Health, and with it, you're going to have to get permission to sell from the ATC, so it's going to be a little bit more regulated in that context.
You okay, Erica?
Yeah.
You feeling a little
I'm good.
flushed? I like that you
Just
travel
having a
around.
personal moment.
Travel
that's
around
all.
with a fan is really cool.
I'm a Southern girl.
Yeah, that looks really delicate. Hey, we're going to get the hell out of here, by the way, you know.
Yeah, we do.
So, Thomas, did you take some of the CBD?
Yeah, I can't tell.
You can't tell anything? Have you stood up?
No, I was just telling Andrew, I get tired at this time of day.
Anyway, so hard to tell, yeah. Andrew is the only person who didn't take it. He's still looking. You've been drinking. You feel great. Okay, listen, we've got to get out of here. Before we do, I told you about NOLA pens, the only pens made from a fallen Audubon Park live oak tree. You can get these at nolapens.com. They are expertly crafted, limited edition writing instruments. Check it out at nolapens.com. Thank you to Basics on Magazine Street near Jefferson Avenue that sells fine lingerie, and Basics Swim and Gym has a full range of fashion swimsuits, yoga and workout clothes with style, and thanks to the Positive Vibrations Foundation, who create and encourage community through the development and preservation of the arts, music, culture, and heritage. And if you'd like to get your hands on a free three-dimensional chess game by Function 10, is that the name of the company? F10 Designs. We've got one, and all you have to do to get a hold of it is like our page on Patreon. Go to patreon.com and search for It's New Orleans Happy Hour. You have to pay $1. I will warn you that. It is going to cost you $1. But if you do that, there's a chance that you can get your hands on this 3D chess game. Asher Griffith and C-Rock are going to give it to you. But you have to sign up to this week, right? To what's today? Thursday? So by the end of this week, somehow, we haven't got the rules figured out really, but we've got to get rid of this fucking thing. So this is the week we're doing it. Okay, so if you want to go to do that, go to patreon.com, look for It's New Orleans Happy Hour, and sign up. And Asher and C-Rock are going to make sure somebody gets that by the end of this week. Thank you so much for being here. June Yamagishi, Erica Falls,
Thank you.
Andrew Duhon, of course, Jonathan Andry,
Thank
and
you.
Melissa Schutz Lilly. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Erica, when do we get to see this new stuff of yours?
We're looking to release in the fall.
Okay.
Yes.
The fall of 2019, if you listen to this
Yes.
later than that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And we can find you. We've got links to all your stuff on our
Oh,
website
yeah, I'm
and everything
everywhere.
like that.
iTunes, CD
Okay.
Baby.
We have to get out of here. Before we do, stand up and give us a final report on the pain factor in your hip.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, we started off at an 8. We went down to a 6 after 40 milligrams of CBD in 15 minutes. It's now been 45 minutes later.
It's feeling pretty good.
It's feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
Where would you put the pain level at, from 1 to 10?
Maybe like about a 5 right
5. We've gone from 8 to 6 to 5. Congratulations, Jonathan. You really did it. So now you've cured hip pain,
I wouldn't say
epilepsy, and Lyme's disease. The producer of our show is Graham DePonte. Our associate producer is April Stolf. Monique Pyle is our music producer, and Christian Unruh is our music consultant. Thomas Walsh is our technical director. Asher Griffith put this whole thing on Facebook Live. And Andrew C-Rock is our fact checker and social media connector. Our theme music was written by and is currently being played by Mitch Foreman. If you'd like to be on our show and you can stay upright for about 1 hour while drinking alcohol and taking CBD, drop us a line. Our address is on our website. It's neworleans.com. You can also hear many other shows that we make here, including other happy hours we produced previously, as well as Out to Lunch with Peter Aschuti, live from Commander's Palace, Louisiana Eats with Poppy Tucker, and our award-winning podcast about death called Death the Podcast. You can also find other great Louisiana podcasts at itsacadiana.com and itsbatonrouge.la, and you can keep up with us in between times on a bunch of time-sucking social media like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, for example. On all of it, we're called It's New Orleans. You can find photos from this show on itsneworleans.com and on our It's New Orleans Facebook page and on Instagram as well. These photos were taken today by Jill LaFleur, and you can find more of Jill's photos at lafleurphoto.com. If you listen to us on your favorite podcast app, thanks for subscribing to us. Take a moment, if you have one, to rate and review us. That helps other people find us. If you listen to us on Spotify, you can follow us and get happy hour delivered each week. And the show is recorded live today at Wayfare on Ferret Street in Uptown, New Orleans. Happy Hour is a production of INO Broadcasting for itsneworleans.com. For Andrew Duhon, everyone else around the table here at Wayfare and back at our office at INO Broadcasting, thanks for joining us. I'm Grant Morris. I'll see you back here next week for more Happy Hour.